Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. Adrian here from the Metal Detectors of Dorset. Just out on a little walk today, going to hopefully do some river walking. The river's just literally down there, and it's quite a long river. It's about 3 miles long apparently, but lots of it's been brick lined in the 1970s, 80s to kind of keep the water flow under control, which is kind of understandable. Apparently as it goes along, there is quite an old historic mill, which I've been told about, and it also does head towards a medieval town which has got loads of history, but that's like about 3 miles away, so we'll probably do that another day. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me, and I'll take you for a little journey along this river with me today. So wish me luck, and anything that I find I'll obviously show you and share with you. Thank you very much for joining me. Hi guys, well, I've walked a little way along. The brick lining seems to have disappeared, and I have noticed that there is like a bit of a stone lining thing going on, which seems to again to have stopped. So there's my trusty grabber. So far guys, I've found a golf ball, then I've found another golf ball which is completely kind of broken, and I've had about six, I believe, about six tin cans, which seem very squashed actually, not whole for sure. So there's a little shot of the river where I'm working my way along, and that's actually behind me. There's a small footpath with somebody just crossing over. So this is the area that I'm working in, guys. So what I'll do, I will come back to you when I find something else of interest, because at the moment it's just tin cans and not a lot else of things going on. Hello there.
Golf balls?
Actually, no, I'm not looking for golf balls. I found two.
What are you looking for?
Whatever I can find. I'm doing what they call river walking or mud larking, making a video too. Yeah, but I've not seen any fish.
Well, supposed to be fishing. Well, we wouldn't have kingfishers and all that with fish, would we?
Well, that's true, yeah, and I didn't even think about that. This is the first time for me down here, so got a lot to learn, yeah. All right, see you. Bye-bye. Just saying hello to a gentleman there. So far there's very little pottery. I haven't seen anything pottery wise apart from one little white piece which I popped into my bag. So get back to you when I find something else of interest. Okay guys, save my video power. So guys, I've just come to a spot here. I'm just going to do the right thing and collect this rubbish. I don't like to see the rubbish on the riverbank. I've had quite a few cans so far. They all seem to be squashed and very dirty because they're in the river bottom, so I'll put that in my bag later when all the nasty stuff's emptied out, because it's gungy. And I have actually just noticed a poor old abandoned car wheel. Wonder where the rest of the car is. And more so, what kind of car was it? Because I don't really know. Oh, it's broken as well, so obviously while it was thrown away. Just under a little bridge here guys, there's quite a few that cross this river. I'll put all this plastic down and collect it on the way back. And the reason I did stop actually is because I found my first old bottle, which is there. So I thought I'd stop and film the car wheel and then pull this old fellow out. Oh, it's quite old as well. I think it's quite an old one. Hello there, how are you doing? Just making a YouTube video. I'm making a YouTube video. Oh, just cleaning out the river, cleaning out the rubbish, and finding old stuff like this old bottle. See? Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Something to do on a nice autumn afternoon. So, all right. Because you never know what you're going to find. Yeah, you're welcome. See you again. Bye bye. With the tin can, guys. Must be about my 6th or 7th. Oh, coming back to the old bottle. Sorry, the gentleman kind of distracted me there. It's kind of embarrassing actually when people ask you what you're doing, but quite able to talk to people. Can't see what that says on it at the moment, but I'll have a look when I get back. I don't know, some kind of gravy bottle or something. We'll see. It's quite a nice sitting, guys. I'm just working my way along gradually and looking at the riverbed. And a couple of jug handles. Just white pottery, plain pottery really. So to save my battery power and the video space, I'll come back to you on my next find. Okay guys, see you in a bit. So guys, I've just stopped for a little break here, and I met a gentleman with his beautiful big husky. I think he's a husky. Is it a husky? Is he a husky? Oh, what a beautiful dog. And he's just come down to say hello to me on the riverbank. Can he come and say hello? I see. Well, he's not got another dog coming by as well. So yeah, we're just out and about. I'm just out and about basically clearing rubbish out the river. Hello, big strong fella. Hello. Hello, ain't you handsome? Craw. Hello, and you got a smiley face too. He's too busy watching the other doggy going along there.
Hi everyone.
Yeah, hello, say hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hello, hi to everyone.
So yeah, I just made a new friend, and I see the big, is he a husky?
Yeah, he's a husky.
A husky.
Yeah.
A husky, and what's your name?
Me, Nas.
Nas. Well, I've just met Nas and his beautiful dog, I see, on the riverbank, and just to show you guys the rubbish I've had out so far. Tin cans, loads and loads of tin cans. They're all squashed because I think when the river flows, they must get battered by the rocks. So far, loads of rubbish, a few golf balls, and a few jug handles. Goodbye. See you later. Bye-bye. So that's it, guys. Yeah, I'm just walking my way along, and a few people have stopped and spoken, and that's what I'm doing. So I've just explained. I'm making a river walking video, and they're all kind of interested, you know. So anyway, guys, I'll get back to you in a short while. In fact, I'll just spin you around. So hello. Get back to you shortly. Okay. In a bit. So guys, I've walked a fair way, and I've rapidly come to the conclusion that this water course, well, that's the river obviously, has definitely been lined with stone, because everywhere you look, I mean, for example, it's lined with stone on the bank, and it does actually carry on down into the river. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but it is. There's very little on the river bottom really, apart from bits of rubbish that I found. Found a metal, that must be some kind of water outlet there, with lots of iron coming out of the ground. I found a metal fish sign, which is probably 1950s, 60s, which was just lying in the water, which I thought was a piece of old skateboard. Yeah, my friend had one of those in the 1970s, and I was so envious. It's probably a good job I didn't have one, because probably would have broke my arm or something. So I am starting to lose the light, but I will carry on. I've got my trusty waders on. Yay! Trusty waders, which allows me to walk quite freely in the water really. But I've spoken to a few people. They seem quite interested. I found a driving licence, which I think it's a driving licence, which I'll show you later. I'll show you the bits and bobs that I found when I get home, because again, I just want to try and preserve my camera. But there you are. You see here, it's all actually built up with stones, so it's definitely been lined. And because I found the old bottle earlier, well, there we are. Look, there's a treasure. Give me a moment, please. And I think I know what this is already, because I've already found two more, but I haven't found one this colour before. A golf ball. In the recycling bag that goes. Well, I should probably keep it. It's a very bright golf ball actually. There does seem to be some interesting architecture as I'm working along the river now. Oh wow. Right, somebody told me earlier there is a golf range. And so I've just had the orange one. There's another one. I can see another one over there. Bear with me guys, whoops. Nearly went in the ditch then. That's two. See if we can find any more while I'm here, because if there is people losing their golf balls in the river, most of them probably will wash down, but if they're lying on the bank, so there's large pieces of, I don't know what it is really. It's definitely stone or concrete. Oh, that's interesting. There's a, hopefully you can see up there guys, there's a bridge, a brick built bridge, so I should just work my way up to that in a moment. In the meantime, I'll just take you along, see if we can find any more golf balls while we're here. Apparently there's kingfishers down here and there's fish. Plastic for recycling. No more golf balls as yet. I'll come back to you shortly guys when I work my way up to the old brick built bridge. If I find anything else interesting, I'll come back to you in a moment. Just going to go over the river, put it into the bag. This is my trusty grabber that my neighbour lent me, which is cool. I'm starting to go a bit dusky now. The moon's up there. It's quite a nice evening really. I suppose I better work my way back on the footpath before it gets too dark. But I must probably show you this bridge actually. In fact, I'll take a quick walk up there and use this as a marker, because I'm definitely going to come back tomorrow hopefully. Midday, when time allows. Oh, this is interesting. Hopefully it won't get too deep. No, this is interesting. I've got to get through this, or round it. Make sure it's not too deep in front of me. This is obviously some kind of weir, so just work my way along carefully because I don't know how deep it is. This is definitely brick built, and there is a road up there. Make sure I think I'll get to the side actually. It's just getting a bit dark now guys, just bear with me. Yes, this is all brick lines, as it was further down the river. I guess it kind of prevents erosion and the river going too deep or something. So far guys, I've not really had any old bottles, apart from the one that I found earlier. It's quite an interesting spot. Bit of graffiti. I mean, really, fancy coming down here just to do graffiti? No one's going to see it. So I think what I'll do now, I'll end for this evening, and I'll work my way back home and I'll clean up a few bits and bobs, show you what I found, and then I'll come back tomorrow and hopefully you'll continue on the journey with me. Okay guys, I'll speak to you soon. So guys, I've just come under the bridge where the weir was, and I've walked along probably for about 300 yards. It's just brick lined, so I'm going to give up for this evening, but I'm going to come back tomorrow. I'm going to try further up the river where there is actually a very, very old town. So I'm hoping for lots of more sort of fragments of pottery and hopefully a few bottles. You never know what I might find. So stay with me guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. How cool is this? So guys, I made it back home. It was quite weird walking through the the river in the dark. It was getting quite dark by the time I left, and I tried to get up on the footpath, and I realised there was a big corrugated iron fence with spikes on it. So I thought I'd go back down the brambles and find my way back into the river, and I nearly slipped and went in it. And then, anyway, I splashed along the river. One of my friends called me, so I had some company on the way back, so I was talking on my phone, and it was pretty cool. So I'm back in the warm now, just going to have a nice cup of tea, and then I'll probably spread my bits and bobs out on the kitchen floor, and just a quick talk through them. There's nothing spectacular, but you never know. So, done my little bit, clean up the environment along that little stretch of the river, what I could find and see. A few plastic bottles. They've gone straight into the recycling bin because they're smelly. The aluminium will go over the wall to my neighbour because she collects aluminium cans for a donkey sanctuary and has done for a number of years actually. So any cans I get, like cat food or beer cans or whatever, we've got quite a few neighbours around here and pick them up for her as well. So she does her own little bit, you know. That's my friend Jill that comes out filming with me sometimes. So no doubt you'll hear her out and about in one day. She's quite camera shy, which I understand. So guys, I will see you in a little while. And I hope you enjoyed the little journey with me. I'll be back out tomorrow. Weather permitting, of course, and time. See what else we can find. I'm going to head off up the river and take you on that little journey. So thanks for joining me for this afternoon. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Good night. Actually, it's not good night because I'm going to show you my finds in a bit. Soz. Sorry about that. In a bit. Well, there's my box of tricks. I'm going to do this very quickly because I don't want to bore you with tin cans. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Obviously they're doubled up. 10, 11, 12. Look at this, guys. I didn't show you on camera earlier because I was just walking up the river and just found it. It's a 50s or 60s fishing reel. Somebody might be able to tell me. But that's pretty cool, really. And, oh, another tin can. The bottle I told you about is a Mason's extract. You see, I said earlier I thought it was a gravy bottle, which I did, because Mason's extract was some kind of gravy bottle. Because I've seen one of those on another Mud Larking video and I recognise the shape and the writing on the corner. So that's the only bottle I found today. I did have that piece of pottery, which is just the bottom of a mug, I think. This I really did think was a gun. At first, when I saw it shining in the water, I thought, wow, that's a pistol. Really don't know what that might be. It's got like metal fittings and then it's got that shiny chromy fitting part. I don't know. Is it part of a fishing rod perhaps? I'm not sure. Maybe someone can tell me. There's an old mug handle. And there's an old mug handle, I presume. That I'm not sure about. I thought it was a mobile phone case. It does have writing on it. I'll clean it off later. If it's very good, I'll show you. It's probably just something else that somebody's thrown away. There's the magic golf ball. Very, very colourful orange golf ball. I've never seen one of those in my life, actually. Wilson Staff, number 2. That's probably quite special, hopefully. Another golf ball. And another golf ball. And another golf ball. And another golf ball. But that's the dead one because it's split in half. So whoever gave that a mighty whack was probably, I don't know, the Incredible Hulk. And then an oak leaf that just escaped into the bag. That's fine. Another tin can. Another oak leaf. And a Mr. Fish. With an eye and a mouth looking over there to the right. With a bit of a fin tail which looks like it snapped off. I presume it was fastened to a board at some point. If it's got... I will try and clean... Well, I will clean that off. And if it's got any like writing on it, then I'll take a photograph, and if not, then it can just stay as it is and go on the garden wall, which will be absolutely fine. Another tin can, another bit of pottery, a driving license, which I will cover the name over. I don't think it's an actual driving license. I think it's a driving permit for working in the factory, because it does mention, bear with me a second, I can't believe I'm doing this on the kitchen floor. I have to give it a good mopping a bit. Wipe it on my jeans, I want washing anyway. Let's have a look. No, I can't see that from here. Hopefully you can. One moment please. It says, oh, it's a forklift license. I see. Forklift license, vehicle, other, banksman, something else, first aid, appointed, and then there's kind of other things like telescopic, which must be a forklift, and then all-terrain, which again I presume is the same thing. But I'll be discreet, guys, because it's got the gentleman's name on that obviously lost it or threw it away into the river because he was fed up or something, I don't know. Or maybe he had his wallet stolen and somebody just threw it away. Who knows these days? You never can tell. So, and that's my bag empty, guys, for today. Apart from part of a tin can. But, as I said, tomorrow I'm going to move upriver. And I'm hoping for much, much older, more exciting finds. So thank you for following so far. And I'll see you tomorrow. Night night then. Hi everyone, so I'm back out on a beautiful afternoon on my second visit to the river, and it's a glorious day, early afternoon. I'm actually by a modern bridge today. So far I've had a few tin cans which are in my bag for recycling, of course. I just dropped my bag in the water, brilliant. I'll soon whip that out. There's a little bit of pottery, no idea what that is. Just ordinary white stuff. And now I'm going to make my way actually up the river. See how we get on. Sorry about the fumbling, guys. I'm actually going under a water culvert thing here. And sorry to repeat myself so much yesterday about the river being lined with stones, but it definitely is. Oh, there's a great big lump of copper wire. Seemingly attached, but I'll probably get that on the way back for recycling into the scrap box. Bear with me, guys, as I splash under the bridge. Out into the fresh air. Tin can. Got a whole carry bag for those today, separate from my other finds. So, on the way back I'll pick up this paper rubbish. I just know I will, because I just can't leave it here, so back into the water. And a bit of progress. There's a big old brick. That's quite a large one, actually. Can't see no writing on it. Now up the river here is an old mill, which I've been told about, and I've actually cycled past that once a long time ago. But this is just something so different, so interesting, and I hope you guys are enjoying the little journey with me. Oh, there we go. It's easy to get this with my hand actually. There's a golf ball. The one to the collection. They're quite easy to spot being white really. There's a big old brick which you won't be able to see, it's so dirty. There's your ring pull that look quite coin-like, but I'm not really expecting to find coins or anything valuable as such, but it's surprising what people throw away in the rivers really. So I'll come back to you shortly when I find something more interesting to show you. Oh, what's this? Piece of plastic in the recycle bag. Oh, I can't believe it. There's me saying, oh, I won't find any coins or anything. I can see one shining, as shiny as can be. And it's a modern 2p. How cool is that? 2p. It shows you guys, maybe somebody, it shows you maybe somebody made a wish. And another golf ball, I can see it, and there's a little tiny bit of blue and white here. Really like this. It's a tiny, tiny piece, but it's definitely blue and white. Golf ball over there. Don't like getting my hands wet, I must admit. But then again, gotta be done. I didn't expect to find golf balls here. I think there must be a number of golf courses along this river route. Just a leaf. Pebble. And a mystery card. Let's have a look what this is. Oh my goodness, well, I can't show you this, but it is a bank card. Won't show you the details, but it's definitely a bank card, so I'll keep that one discreet. And that's the Halifax one with a name on it. Right, okay, interesting. I often think that when, well, I was thinking about this last night actually, when you know, you find things like that, because I had a forklift driving license last night. There must be something to do with a stolen wallet or a purse or something where people have thrown it in the water. Oh, there's a nice piece of pottery, guys, look. Here we are. Oh, actually it's not pottery at all, sorry about that. It's just nasty broken glass in the recycle. Tin can. Recycling bag. Must actually get a bag that goes over my shoulder really, because that would be a lot easier than holding it underneath my arm. Well, this is quite interesting. Oh, nasty plastic, hate that. On the riverbank that will go. And again on the way back to the van I will. Oh dear, look at this, guys. What is it? A scooter? Three-wheeled scooter, I think. Unfortunately, that's a bit too far now to carry that back. Having said that, I might do, but I think it's going to be a bit too heavy, really. Another tin can for the recycling. Shake all the nasty water out with the dead slugs in it. I'm sure they've been in there and had a bit of a drink of Coca-Cola. Got a few weeds appearing now. That's nice, really. Shows you that the river can't be terribly poisoned by chemicals or anything. Looks quite fresh and pure, really, but I don't think I'd like to drink it, really. There's a curtain hook, of all things. I think it's a curtain hook, looks like it. A curtain hook. Okay. Okay guys, well that's a nice little clip that I've just done, and I'm going to just pause now and I'll come back to you shortly. Thank you. Plastic bottle. Recycle. Used to contain pills. That's obviously washed down from upstream. I must kind of get into the habit of looking at the banks actually, just in case there's old bottles and things as well. But at the moment I'm quite happy looking at the water. It's so nice and peaceful walking through it. There's some kind of water outlet. I think that's maybe something to do with the mill course, which does run along here. Oh, that's interesting. That's very... Oh, I actually thought it was a porcelain wheel, but it's actually a rubberized doorstop. For when you open the door very, very quickly and stops banging, I suppose. All brown, quite hard to spot, but I saw him, so that's cool. Whoa, that's a deep part there. Beautiful scenery, guys. It really is lovely. And the footpath, you know, does run alongside the river all the way through, because it's a cycling trail actually. Very popular with people walking and cycling, dog walking. There's another can. In fact, I think there's two there. In fact, there is, yep. Notice they're all squashed flat. I know I mentioned this yesterday, but it has to do with, I don't know, movement of rocks, but... Oh, there's another one. Really looking forward to getting to the older part that runs by the town, because I really do think that pieces of pottery will start to turn up like this. That's just nothing special, I don't think, just a piece of white tile, quite modern. So yeah, when I get to the old part by the old town, I'm really looking forward to that, as I say. So. Come back to you shortly, guys. Okay, see you. This is where I'm heading for. Look, I'll see you shortly. Thank you. In a bit. can. Who remembers those frozen things that we used to have as kids? Frozen like ice lollies. Oh, I remember those. Oh dear. Makes you wonder why people do throw all this stuff away, but... And while I was walking up the river, guys, I did find a... Let me look for it. Nasty piece of glass, don't like that at all. And then a poor old dead tennis ball. I won't say anyone for tennis because it's not happening. Then I found this, which I thought was actually a ring, but I'm not sure about that. I think it's just a cut piece of metal, but it is ring size. But it's very crude, I just think it's scrap, to be honest. And then as I'm coming along, I did see another Mr. Golfcore. Mr. Golfcore? I meant Mr. Golf Ball. Here we are, let's see if we can catch him before he flows away. Here we go. Can't see the name on that one, but it looks quite posh, so just keep video, guys, for a few minutes. Oh, it's quite slippy too. Tiny fragment of pottery, but that's too small to grab, unfortunately. It's just a tiny white bit. Plain white, I think. Bit of pottery. Looking forward to finding a nice big fragment of something really nice, like I don't know, a blue jug or an old plate, something decorative. Because I really would like to collect loads and loads of bits of blue and white pottery and then make a mirror surround, you know, like a plain mirror, and spend an evening or three. Whoops, a daisy, cool. Really went in then. Yeah, making a nice mirror surround from all the bits of blue and white pottery, which I sometimes find in the fields when I'm out metal detecting. The water's fairly reflective, but I can kind of see. Nice that it's shallow. Well, fairly shallow. I'm probably about 2 feet deep here at the moment. And this looks like an eroded bank, really. I think the lining of the river is depleting out now. Now, what's that shining down there? Oh, I thought that was the coin then, guys, but it's actually a ring pull of some sort, I think. If I can just grab hold of him. Here we go. Ring pull tab. Quite nice actually, because the footpath is actually over there now, so people aren't going to be wondering what I'm doing and asking questions. And there is something or other down there. A bottle tab, bottle top. It's very relaxing to do this. I really am starting to enjoy it. When I was a kid, we was always down the fields playing about in the brooks, you know. I think I'm becoming a big kid again. Little tinker. come back in a bit, guys. Okay, see you in a bit. Come on then, come back and say hello. Ah, woof. I know. Probably wondering what I'm doing, aren't you? Yeah, I've just been talking to a lovely lady who's dog walking for a living. She absolutely loves it. That's a marvellous thing. And just actually seen something interesting in the water apart from I've had another golf ball and there's another tin can. You want to play, do you? You want to splash about? What's your name? What's your name? Anyway, I've just found something shiny and interesting and I thought it was silver, but I don't think it is. No, it's not. It's chrome. It's the top of a lock, I think. Not really sure what that is. It's the top of something anyway. Petrol cap? Not sure. Any ideas, guys? That'd be interesting to know. Hey, look at these little doggies enjoying the afternoon. This one's having fun splashing around with me in the stream and following me along now. See you, ladies. See you again. Bye bye. You do meet some really nice friendly people actually out and about. They sort of stop and look at you and I say, hello, how are you? And they go, oh, I'm alright, thank you. And I say, I suppose you're wondering what I'm doing. Yes, well, I explained to them that my friend's got a YouTube channel and we go out metal detecting and this is just something different that I haven't done before. Certainly not since I was a kid anyway, because, oh dear, I don't know what that is. Oh no, it's an intestine. I'm not picking that up. That's gross. Oh dear. Well, this is real life, guys. Look, there's a water rat. Some intestines, nasty. You, I hear you say. A rat with no head. Well, obviously he's had a mishap. And I'm certainly not picking that up. I thought that was a piece of string and it was a rat's intestine. Oh, vile. Come back to you in a short while. Heading upstream still. Back in a bit. So guys, working my way up the river still. There's an outlet from a pond, I believe, that's over the way. Probably another one there trickling in. I can't believe I just found that dead rat with all its giblets hanging out. I mean, that was a bit of a shock. So far I've had, more tin cans, part of the biro, a few plastic bottles and stuff like that really. However, the lady told me the town is getting closer upstream, so I'm going to save some battery power now and I'll come back to you in a little while and show you how I get on. Right then, back again, and I've just found a little interesting spot. I've had a piece of old jam jar, I've had a piece of blue and white, there's another bit of pottery, and I'm starting to find some pennies. Here is one. There's one. Hopefully you can see that. Well, it's there anyway. Into the bag. And I've noticed as well, there's another one. So it looks like somebody's thrown some pennies in here. In fact, there's another one as well. There's another one too. There's another one. So, in fact, the hand's going in. Excuse the fumbling, guys. There's a penny. And there's another one. And there's another one. I wish there were pound coins. I do wish there were pound coins. There we are. That's like 4 or 5p in a matter of a yard or two. Which is quite cool. Hi folks. You're alright there. You're probably wondering what I'm doing, aren't you? I'm splashing. I'm enjoying myself. No, I'm just clearing the river out of tin cans and plastic and rubbish and broken glass as well for the dogs and stuff because it just has to be done. Somebody has to do it at some point, And I'm enjoying myself. And you never know, I might find King Canute's treasure, you see. with a bit of luck. See you later. That was interesting with those pennies. They have obviously been thrown in by someone because they was all together. They're still quite new and shiny. Let's look. There we are. Come on, there we go. This scrap bag's getting quite full, actually. Now, what on earth is that? Piece of metal. Plain white pottery. Now, what's this? Oh, part of a circuit board. I actually thought that was a toy car. It looks like a part of a mobile phone, actually, that's been broken and discarded. So, I've worked my way along quite a stretch. And the golf balls I've had and tin cans and all the other rubbish is unbelievable. Really is. And spoke to quite a few nice people. They've actually thanked me. They've asked what I'm doing, and if they didn't ask, I told them. And as I said, they've actually thanked me and keep up the good work. Look at that for a teapot spout. Quite an old one. And I have noticed that the fines, pottery-wise, are kind of starting to increase. I know that's a leaf. This bag is getting very, very heavy, unfortunately. And further down the river, I saw a water outlet absolutely clogged up with plastic bags and nappies and goodness knows what, and unfortunately it's not the kind of thing I want to be picking out. Hello there. There's a big old piece of pottery. Don't have a clue what it is. Not sure if I want that, but I'll take it out the river anyway. There's a piece of jam jar. I've had quite a few pieces of jam jar pottery. Victorian Edwardian jam jar pottery. Good morning everyone. So it's day 3. Going to be out for a few hours, and down on the floor down there is my haul from the river. Obviously anything stinky and horrible I chucked in the nearest litter bin where I parked my car, so that was disposed of there, like waste paper etc. in a recycle bin. So just a quick thank you to everyone that's followed this little journey on the river. A big thank you from myself, Adrian, and my friend Simon. And we really appreciate if you would like, subscribe there, and ring the bell there. Thank you very much. I'm going to show you my treasures. Okay, in the mole. Okay then, well, as you can see, there's the start of the haul, as it were. Lots of it is rubbish. It will all be recycled. Got a few dead number plates, plastic, bits of more plastic, the start of a whole load of flattened dead cans, very dead cans. And I realise now that it's not the river that was flattening them, it's where they've been ran over by cars and then they've washed down the drains and come into the river from a big drain outlet that I saw. There's lots of old pottery, which I'll come to in a moment actually, a couple of bottles and a haul of golf balls. Quite a few. There's a few golf courses along the stretch of that river, so You'll actually see there's quite a few golf balls there. That's quite an interesting one, bright yellow. That was stuck on the riverbank. Actually says Friction. I presume that's a bit special in some way. Well, it's special to me because I found it. Coming to bits of old pottery. I've got a very nice teapot spout. That looks quite early. And then there's a jug there, broken jug. Broken Victorian jam pots with the lines on. That's why I know they're jam pots, because I've seen them in other people's mud larking videos. But I actually used to find these when I was a kid down a little bottle tip that we used to dig on, so quite versed in old bottles and things really. Nasty bits of vicious glass, and I'm so pleased that I got things like this out. There was quite a few that went in the recycling bin at the car park, but these are the few that was left in the bag. So lots of bits of old pottery, guys. Not sure what to do with that yet. Oh, there's the bank card, which I mustn't show you because it's private. That will be disposed of, because I'm sure they've got a new one now. Not sure what that is. It's a piece of copper or brass. I thought it was a shoe heel at first, but I don't think it is. And then a dead tennis ball. No one's going to be playing tennis with that ever again, because that's going to go in a recycle. And so there you go, guys. Did find a few coins, just modern. Oh, it's a daisy. Nearly went over there. Just a few modern coins, which you'll see in the video. And then there was a load of tin cans, which I actually pulled out the hedgerows walking back. Can you believe it? On the footpath. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Nearly fell over those a minute ago. My neighbour will recycle these for her charity, which is to do with donkeys. And in a minute I might nip out discreetly and take a picture of her can collection that she takes to the scrapyard occasionally. Okay guys, well thanks for watching that. So I'm going to go out now and go on the river to do the last section, which hopefully will be interesting. So I hope you enjoyed looking at my environmental cleanup, shall we say, and the little bits of pottery which I actually managed to pull out the river. Okay, thank you very much. See you shortly. Well then guys, I'm back to the river, and unfortunately we just had a mad downpour when I was walking through the footpath to get here. So the river has actually got dirty. I can't see a thing, which is really not good. Shame really. And the water level is rising, because I just know it is, I can tell. So I'm going to get back over the river very quickly. But I've just got to show you something, because there's a tiny little culvert here that was actually fairly clear a minute ago, but now it's got clogged up. So at least I've got a bottle. Got a bottle for the recycling. Got a can, but more exciting is this. And I thought there might be something as we got closer to town. And
bear with me. Oh, shit. Sorry about that.
it is getting quite deep, but here guys, there is an old bottle top. So, and it's looking good. Oh, I'll have to get my hands involved on this one. I'm hoping it's whole, because it looks very nice. Here, I can see the top cleaning off. Cool. Well, that's nice. I am pleased about that. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. I don't think I could stay much longer, guys, because there's a culvert actually empties there and the water is definitely getting higher. So I'm a bit worried about the resistance as I walk across the river. So Oh yeah, this is a nice bottle, mates. That is lovely. Look at the rust on it. Never mind. It says, I actually can't read it through the lens of the camera. One moment, please. Hammond fermented stone beer, Birmingham. Now that is well cool. I'm absolutely thrilled to bits with that. That is well cool. I've got to get over the river, guys. I'm really worried about the height now. It's coming up quite a lot and it's raining again, so catch you in a bit, guys. This is cool. That is some sort of tray, obviously. Marston's Pedigree Bitter. That'd be nice with a bit of oil on it, hopefully. And the reason I seen that is simply I saw this and decided to recycle. Go on, Mr. Leaf, jump off. Right, guys, I'm definitely going over to the other side of the river. That's going to go over there. And I'm awake. Oh dear, this has got quite deep. I'm sure that. Okay, cool. That's up to my knees, guys. That's how much it rose. Oh, don't like this. This is doesn't look much, but I tell you, the resistance on my legs is quite a lot, so I'd like to fall over in it and go down there. Right. This is very nice. I'm pleased with that. Very pleased with that, actually. I'll probably walk upstream and just investigate. I don't think I can get in the river up there because I think it's dangerous, and the water's going to rise because it will come from the parks, and the water will just get deeper, so I can't risk that. Guys, I will see you in a bit. Thank you for joining me. Get back to you shortly. Here we go. I hope you can see this. There is a mallard and his little lady. The male is obviously the coloured one. The mallard is brown because obviously they're disguised when they're sitting on nests and they're enjoying the river. Shame about the water coming up high today, but never mind, never mind. I'm just really happy with that tray. Where'd they gone? There they are. Just happy with the tray from the brambles, and certainly happy with that ginger beer bottle. I think that bank does warrant a poke around, really. Where'd they gone? Oh, they're sailing down the river. There we go, guys, just walking up to my car. Basically, there's an example of how the cans get down into the drains. They wash down the road. They're flattened by cars. And obviously they're going to go down there because they're flat. Obviously those leaves have stopped it going in. But that shows you how the cans are flattened by the cars locally. And basically they get into the water course. Thank you. Okay, some lady was just wondering what I was doing, filming a tin can on the pavement, and kind of gave me a wide berth. that's quite alright, I don't mind. Wasn't good, but anyway, guys, hope you've really enjoyed the video, and if you're in live chat, I hope you have had a super time. Thank you very much, guys. Regards, Adrian and Simon, and I'm on the way home. Bye bye. So I'm back home. And on the way back, I managed to collect a load of tin cans from the pavements, which are in the recycling bag. As you can see, I'm not going to pull them all out because I just wash my hands. They'll go straight over the wall to my neighbour Jill, and the plastic will be recycled. So I had two really lovely finds, which I really like. I've just washed them. And I also had a plastic ball from a hedgerow, which is there. Obviously, it's a doggy's ball. Blue one, I haven't washed that yet. So I'll probably wash it. And I don't know what I'll do with that, actually. Probably recycle it. There's the best find of the day. And I cleaned a lot of the rust off with a scourer, even though it's badly marked still on the other side. That's really, really lovely. I like that very much. And very happy that I got that. Oops, daisy. Let's have a look if there's a stamp on it. No, I can't see a stamp on it apart from the actual trademark. Hammond fermented stone beer, Birmingham. I think that's probably about 1900s. 1890s, 1900s, 1915 period possibly, but really like that one. And then I had this old fellow off the bank and washed him. Quite rusty, and I'm not sure of the age. I don't think he's too old, but probably managed to clean a bit more dirt off that, but I don't want to scrape the paint off with a scourer. I got the worst off it anyway, so let's show you the back of him as well. That's quite nice, really. So there we go. The end of a successful hunt, everybody. So again, thank you for joining us. And if you would please like and subscribe, that would be wonderful. And if you ring the bell, that would be even better. Until next time, thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.